it's very reminiscent of Z, to be honest, and that's what makes him like really shine in these kinds of moments. Let's see what's gonna be the response though. Corki is the last, or at least an early ADC picked up here by Weibo Gaming. Something that we did discuss earlier as well during the match of Nova Esports and BRU. And this might be really useful as well to just have those pokes. Maybe Jace is gonna be an option here for Weibo Gaming as well.
Could be. Jace would benefit from having two poke type champions on their composition. Also, it means that they would need to switch up this Aatrox from the hands of Fan, or maybe even switch up the Jace to being in a solo lane. They do hover right now that Jace. One thing I also want to mention, like the Corki pick from Weibo Gaming, is that it's got the biggest thing for Corki is the package. So Trace Esports needs to be mindful of that. Maybe wait out the package each time it's picked up by Weibo Gaming.
You know what's going to just blow my mind if ever? If they go like triple poke on Weibo, like pick up the Ezreal if this doesn't get picked up by Trace Esports, have the Jace in the jungle, Aatrox in the top lane, Corki in the mid lane, Ezreal in the bottom lane. Yeah, we always see the Amumu being hovered but never gets locked in. Come on, Tak. Just do it.
You already used it. But yeah,
like taunts him to pick up the Amumu despite having the Galio.
They can put Galio somewhere else. I'm confident they can put that.
Put it as Dragon later.
Put it as Dragon later. It's gonna be mid Ezreal. Oh my god, it's our top Ezreal, our jungle Ezreal. What throwback. Jungle Ezreal. Not in Wild Rift though.
Back in the day, 2014, I think.
Yeah. Jungle and mid lane Ezreal was a thing before. But going back into the game one of the second series of the day between Trace Esports and Weibo Gaming, I do like the damage spread from Weibo Gaming. Splashing in that Corki gives them both a marksman as well as magic damage in their composition. So far, they do have a lot of physical damage. The Jace would also give them a lot more poke as well to maybe whittle down Trace Esports before Trace Esports can get on top of them. But the thing is, the length of the engage, how far the engage can come from Trace Esports, so far away that it might just pass through the poke as well. So those are like the things, the seesaw battle we might see. Engage versus poke, which is very classic League of Legends.
Absolutely. I mean, Trace Esports has so much reach, right? But Weibo Gaming has more flexibility in how they can actually engage onto Trace Esports. They can go for pokes. They have the clean up with the Riven, of course, with that burst. They have the Aatrox as the consistent damage dealer as well, alongside with the Corki, of course. And just overall, great setup potential because they have the Gragas as well.
Yeah. We'll see. Early game, doesn't seem like any shenanigans. Phage is going to be putting down an early ward to spot out where the Aurelia will be starting off her jungle. Seems like it's just going to be both junglers just starting from each end. So not going to be a lot of, well, I assume there's not going to be a lot of invades or interaction in the early game. Might be just a very passive early game for this one.
Actually, like the setup that Weibo Gaming is doing right now, having the Jace to go up against the Akali, just because of the range and the engage potential, the pokes as well, and the overall early game advantage of a Jace. I think it's going to be very useful to mitigate the amount of scaling that the Akali can actually have.
Yeah, definitely. Jace is always a menace just because he has two abilities, but that, I think he's going for the trade here in the bot side.
Oh no! You're gonna see big trouble! Ooh, so close.
Okay. Yeah, not just a trade. I retract my statement. Juju and Tak wants blood in the bot lane.
Yeah. They just... The moment we saw the exhaust come through, we know that Trace Esports is not joking around in the bottom lane. He's out taking too much, actually, in that supposed short trade.
Yeah, but that was a good trade for Zihan because he had the shoving lane. He was also able to punish the Camille as well. taking her down to about a third of HP before popping that honey fruit. This will give Zihan more control here. He can crash this wave, limiting the amount of XP and gold that Camille has if the Camille does push through with that recall.
What will be the plan here for Weibo Gaming? Again, this composition can strive early and also a mid to late game.
Okay.
You see Weibo actually lingering in the bot side river. They do have a ward just spotting out, so might be some adjustment that Weibo Gaming is making, either for an invade or a follow-up for Fan.
Ooh. But even though he was spotted, he's still going in.
They do dive under the tower. Jikan might be in a lot of trouble this time around. The first blood gonna come through here for Trace. Esports actually just drifting away, still flashing on the other side, and will be fine.
And the thumbs up from Weibo. Well deserved. Actually, really good tower dive on their end. But still, Weibo Gaming still fancying his Fan is actually level 5. If they dive this, there is a bit of low health bars. But yeah, they call off the possible tower dive going into this replay right here. This is a really good tower dive from Chase Esports. Attack starting it out, getting a lot of tower damage on him. But as soon as we get the kill and as soon as he loses the tower aggro, he immediately flashes towards the team because there was still minions so that he wouldn't fall. If he went towards a tri-brush and exited the other route, he would have died and gave a kill towards Weibo.
Yeah, because Faye was there, right? Just going there. About to enter the tri-brush, but bottom lane, the Windslasher does take him out, but still is gonna get taken down. This time, Weibo Gaming answers back with their own kill.
Yeah, good call right there for the Weibo, for the Weibo jungler as well as the bot lane, catching out a bit of aggression from the Ezreal, catching out, getting a decent kill for themselves. And even though feels like there has been a lot of good plays that we have been seeing from Trace Esports across the map, Weibo Gaming is holding a gold lead against them.
That's the thing about Weibo Gaming. I think this composition is really stable. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It's not like a full late game composition. It's not a full early game composition. So they're going to be very effective in any sort of scenario against Trace Esports.
Yeah, I agree. As well as we have been seeing these trades right now happen in the top side where Zihan has been winning out on Lee Sao a lot of these short trades, and that is where the source of the gold is coming in right now for Weibo Gaming, as well as some of the trades we have been seeing in the bot side, mid lane as well. Faye has been winning against his Akali just because of having that range matchup as the Jace. So what does that translate to? It means that Weibo Gaming does have a stronger early game, is winning some of these lanes right now, and they are trying to translate that into further objectives. As we get nearer to the 5-minute mark, it's going to be now on Weibo Gaming to decide which objective they want to start, as well as if they will try to contest Trace Esports on these objective things.
Because it might be better for Weibo Gaming since they have great leverage into the early game to just go with the RH, right? And then maybe send someone in the bottom side to delay the taking of Weibo on the Dragon. That has been demonstrated so many times by many teams as well. And that can be made by Weibo Gaming. Fan is going to be starting the RH up while Trace Esports is not yet starting the Dragon. It's going to take a while for Weibo to be there as well in the bottom side river. So now's the start for Weibo to just go with the gameplay.
Yeah, they also have the package. Could be something key if you use here with Duanyu.
Has to be used, botted them as well, but Juju is still safe. Duanyu has to just retreat, but they're just trying to delay the Dragon take. RH gonna be taken down. Actually took a bit more time since it is gonna be interfered here by Korn. Still, it's gonna be in a lot of trouble this time around. It's gonna get taken down. Fan is able to heal himself back to full health with the Honey Fruit.
Yeah, I was able to dodge as well. Fan is able to dodge some of the shurikens coming out from that from the Akali, but on the other side, Dragon was also taken, I believe, by Trace Esports.
Oh! Fan overextended time and trying to get that RH going, but this time Trace Esports found an opportunity to punish, get 2 kills to Juju.
What happened there? I mean, yeah, it's just the Herald being shadowed. He overcommitted to it, or probably overestimated how long he could live through that. And yeah, it was just taken down. Great punish from Trace Esports, giving a bit of the momentum back towards their side.
Because he could have just reset him, right? And then go with the spawn the RH afterwards, after fixing some items, because they had the kill a while ago on Korn, so that should have been some gold he has secured. And the tower's still standing here in mid.
Yeah, definitely they could have played it safer. But in the end, I think he decided to place down the Herald and just, you know, Trace Esports just doing a better play at that point in time. Kudos to Trace Esports for punishing that mistake. Now, with the map state as it is a bit more even now. The early game advantage that Weibo Gaming does not matter as much since the matchups have become so much more different. Faye now is going against both the Ezreal and the Galio in the mid lane, but Zihan
and Weibo's here, waiting patiently. Just posing as a great predator as they call off the Hextech ultimatum here, but Zihan's getting the topic of the world and they're able to flash away with the bunker's edge. Man, the reactions are just top tier on Zihan. He's just popping off right now.
Yeah, Zihan really limit-testing himself as well, making some great plays in the Baron lane, escaping that gap. Also Fan backing him up to scare away the two members of Trace Esports. Weibo Gaming so far having a really good showing in this early game.
I mean, Zihan has been so stable. That's the best way I can describe him right now. As they turn here onto the Galio, there's nothing that Juju can do except deal some poke damage, but it's not yet being felt that much by Weibo Gaming despite the 2 kills that they had earlier.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming getting some of those small advantages right now. Something that they can use definitely because they do have a stronger service composition. They do have champions that are very strong when it comes to the mid game. Aatrox, Jace, but Zihan.
Yeah, that's a bit of an overextension, but the World Ender will be used. Great knock-up as well. The heal is just... Yeah. Aatrox things.
Yeah, definitely. It's just Aatrox things at this point. Able to hit the sweet spots against Lee Sao. Getting the heal off. It's just... like, he was the one at lower HP. He was in threat of dying and just turned the tables completely.
That's one way to heal... to like, go back to the base. To heal, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to, just needs to hit this like 3 Darkened Blades and after popping the World Ender, and it goes back to 100 HP this time. Maybe 100 to 0 if 2-1U is not gonna be that safe. 4 members flashes away with the Valkyrie as well, but still gonna be pinned down by Trace Esports. They should get this tower as well, but they don't have a wave. So now Weibo Gaming is just gonna go with a punish, taking Weibo down.
Yeah, so far Trace Esports showing signs of vulnerability here against Weibo Gaming. Even though they did have a plan to take down Duanyu the bot side, Weibo Gaming was able to answer immediately, having members as well, because there was no wave, as you mentioned, to crash to the tower. They were able to take the turret. Still, that turret stands. I think the play right there from Trace Esports is to try to take down the turret, try to have more control over the bot side so that they can transition into a dragon take. Now that plan is in ruins. They won't have as much control on the bot side. They need now to challenge the package that Weibo Gaming has, as this dragon is gonna be spawning into the map. While Duanyu carrying that package can threaten Trace Esports if they get too close to the Corki.
Man, Zihan as well, 1,600 gold lead again. Now he's gonna get turned by 3 people. We're gonna be Frost trying to stay alive, but will not anymore with the meteor enchant as well used against him. Pinned down already. 1 member out on Weibo Gaming. The dragon is being spawned. At least contested this time around by Trace Esports, having the leverage in terms of numbers. Fan is in the vicinity, maybe trying to get a good angle towards the backside, but it is gonna be so risky because Lisa is also in the vicinity, popping that Edge of Night of Faye, now making him more vulnerable as the Justice One is gonna be his fan is gonna be on the way to maybe steal out this dragon with snatch and the steal! It's just amazing actually by Fan, and he was so patient with it as well, but what will be the cost? So many members from Weibo Gaming is gonna be pinned down, and Trace Esports got 3.
Yeah, Trace Esports gets 3 in the end, but the objective did go to the favor of Weibo Gaming. Going to this replay right here, we're gonna start at about the 3,000 HP on this dragon. And you see, there's so many fights happening, but Fan only had 1 in his face right there. But look at the picture, Victor. There's a big fight.
Yes, the One wants to have his revenge and lands a Dark in place. The hammer as well is being poured down. Juju gonna be the next target, but still able to flash away, dash away as well with the Arc and chip. Double kill as well is gonna be secured by this Ezreal. Zihan getting kited, outplayed, unable to land the store this time around, gets hookshot in, lands the store, but a triple kill instead by Juju.
And the tables have been turned here by Trace Esports. Early game felt like it was Weibo Gaming getting the advantage, but still getting away.
Weibo Gaming is so aggressive. Yeah, chill man, chill.
You need to chill. Weibo Gaming, you need to chill, because we didn't see how the fight started, how that fight started for the Ezreal to get the triple kill, but because of that triple kill, Juju now is in such a great position, having the most gold for his team. We always talk about how Ezreal needs to scale to the game, needs to at least get those 2 items. I bet he already has a Triforce. Muramana might just be getting to form right now. Let's see. Yeah, already has a Muramana. As you can see, the particles when he was able to hit that Mystic Shot on the cannon. So this Ezreal is fully online at this point. It deals so much poke damage against the members of Weibo Gaming.
Weibo Gaming definitely still has an avenues in which they can scale up. I mean, Z practically is still ahead. And the majority of people here against Trace Esports expect Juju leading the charge, 2,000 gold lead, and it's just starting to deal the massive damage now. It's gonna be already. Zion is well popping the World Ender, but Sis is gonna be hookshotted away. An extra ultimatum here onto the Riven, taking him down as well. Zion's gonna be next. The damage so pure coming from Juju. Perfect execution gonna be onto the back lane as well, chasing down Dwanyu. No man at all, but still able to do some damage. Zion as well is gonna be able to heal himself back to full health. But Faye getting kind of away. Juju as well, just unstoppable, untouched into the back. And Zion as well is still alive, slowing down the Camille. And it's done for the fight. Man, both of these teams just not giving any toward each other. 3 for 3.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming fighting for every inch, defending everything with everything that they have. You watch here how the fight started. Tak was the one who got kited in, but Gekian was in a bad position because he needed to start the fight. But I want you to check out how Juju navigates this fight with the sidestep, arcane shift, just having that safety net to be able to just throw the Mystic Shots. He's not being challenged to throw this damage. He's just free hitting until by the end when Weibo Game was able to take out some of the front line. But because that Juju was given that space, Weibo Gaming, even though they were tower dome by Trace Esports, at the end Trace Esports still had higher health bars by the end of the fight.
So much stability on Trace Esports, to be honest. They've been challenged so many times by so many teams, but they still strive and strive and thrive every single time. This time, even Zihan is having such a hard time against them, unable to land the Darken Blades. And I think that was very crucial for Trace Esports to actually equalize the fight.
Yeah, a lot of microplays as well, being done by Trace Esports. But look at the KDAs right now of the members. 616 on this Ezreal. 3 items, having that Blade of the Ruin King as the 3rd item. That's why we saw how he was able to take down the Gragas. Even though the Gragas had a lot of HP, have a lot of resistances, the percentage health damage coming from that Blade of the Ruin King renders tanks, can whittle tanks down. Just because as well, you all know, for Ezreal, his Mystic Shot also counts as basic attacks, so he also gets the passive from Blade of the Ruin.
Yeah, and that's really just what makes Ezreal so strong to use, especially with the impact. Muramana, Trinity Force, Blade of the Ruin King, everything gets procced with auto attacks, and also the Mystic Shot already pinned down. Weibo Game might be in a lot of trouble this time around. Dwanyu going with the package. Way possible, getting burst down. That's so fast, especially with Zion right now with the World Enders. Through the Barrage gonna be Gekan as well, still able to dodge it away. Trace Esports 1 for 1 to think that they started it, but they got overzealous a bit, and Weibo getting caught is actually so crucial right now in this Dragon fight.
Yeah, Dragon is up. There's no jungler for the side of Trace Esports, so Weibo is starting this out. They want to force Trace Esports into this fight.
Camille is in the back line. Lee Sao just checking the area as well, unable to actually get a good read because Faye is also in the vicinity. They saw the shockwave as well. Are there any steals? No. Weibo Gaming will get it for free.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming getting it for free. The discipline being shown right there by Trace Esports. They didn't fight for that Dragon, so it's not Soul. It's the second Drake for Weibo Gaming. They're able to grab one earlier on, so it wasn't as crucial. But Trace Esports actually trying to set up a trap here in the bush. Dwanyu!
No! Not like this! Stasis? Maybe the back away? No! He flashed out! Unfortunate. Maybe he thought it would expire, but just 0.5 seconds off on the timer. And now Trace Esports starting the Baron. Weibo Gaming, are you really going to be checking the area? Because Stack is going to be here with the Shield of the Run. Still able to zone them out. They force, they commit. The cast going to be used. Sienna's going to be here as well. Landing damage. Having to get the isolation as well. The steal is not going to come through. But still, Zihan wants blood. Wants to stop everyone for Trace Esports. Is going to be knocking up Tak. Slowing him down. Getting the cross back. Over the pit. Over the objectives here. still is gonna be enough to slow him down, block as well his trajectory. His pathway, and Weibo Gaming at least will get 3.
Yeah, get some exit kills from Weibo Gaming. That is something that they need right now to be able to at least shove these waves. Baron has been picked up by Trace Esports, but Weibo Gaming is the one who's current control over the map because they do have more numbers. By the end there also, by the Baron fight, felt like Trace Esports could have gotten it cleanly, but Weibo really forced the issue on them, challenging the objective. That was what they've been talking about this whole game. Weibo Gaming, even though feels like they are on the back foot, they weren't able to position themselves in these objectives, in these fights. They just keep fighting Trace Esports, and they've been getting incremental advantages, but so far it's been Trace Esports who has just having the overall advantage in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Baron is a big advantage that Trace Esports will be utilizing for the split pushing right now. That's why we see even Weiba in the bottom lane. Juju, that was so scary. Fortunately, Jika didn't have any vision. He just got shot a bit, getting hit by a mystic shot. But again, with Elder Dragon spawning up in the next few seconds, this Baron power play that Trace Esports wanted might just get neglected if Weibo Gaming can win.
Yeah, but still, they do have the Baron. They could use it to at least make shoving the lanes much faster for them, but right now there's no one shoving. Actually, Irelia, Weiba going to the bot side, shoving the bot lane wave, while top side looking at it. The wave is also shoved in favor for Trace.
Hextech Ultimatum onto Faye, still is able to stasis away. Juju as well is starting to pre-hit, of course, with a mystic shot. But here comes Sion, World Ender. He wants to end the world here off Trace Esports. Backline is going to be breached with a perfect execution by Cord. 2 kills picked up already, and Weibo Gaming, 3 members left. Elder Dragons is going to be started. Sihan is trying to capitalize onto this, but will just be pinned down. Forced to use stages to buy some time. The one he goes in, picks up the kill onto the Akali. Faye is trying to poke, but is unable to do it at all. Now Zia's going to be chased out here. You do have the damage to just pin him down, kite him away. A double kill by Juju, and the Elder Dragon for Trace Esports.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Elder Dragon take here for Trace Esports. Looking at the gold, it's still slightly in favor. Okay, just shifted slightly in favor now by Trace Esports, and every nook and cranny, every inch of this map has been challenged by both of these teams. But with the scaling from Trace Esports, they must just have gotten that edge that they need against Weibo Gaming, especially they're carrying the Elder Drake buff as they siege down their turrets.
One thing I've noticed as well is that Trace Esports goes in with the Hextech Ultimatum after Jikan uses the cast, and I think that has been the timing that they've always been watching out, so that they can make sure that they can just pin down someone.
Yeah, that is a smart decision from the size of Trace Esports side, so that they can make sure that they get someone. Unfortunately for Weibo Gaming, that is their only long-range engage tool, and it has been used by Gekian to try to get a pick-up. But I think it's really hard to get a pick-up against Trace Esports. They have a Ezreal, they have a Camille. So mobile, these two champions are currently. This how.
Okay, the body slam is a little bit better this time around, especially because of that Hextech Ultimatum, but still it's gonna get taken down again. They have the Elder Dragon, and it's gonna be blown up upon by Trace Esports. Now without the support, now without major CC here on the Weibo Gaming, they're gonna be starting the Baron. And it's still in the vicinity, throwing out the wind slash to anyone if they're on that fire brush, but unable to find anyone as well. Faye also gets cancelled on the edge of night. Shock blast gonna be used, but unable to just get any sort of room towards the Baron, and Trace Esports gets it as well.
Yeah, Baron buff Trace Esports. With only a 3k gold lead, but that's certainly enough at this point. They can siege down these turrets. They can slowly whittle down the inhibitor turrets against Weibo Gaming and run themselves towards a game 1 win. But on their hand, Weibo Gaming still has so much threat. They have a lot of damage. Riven, Aatrox, and this Chase, if they're given free reign to throw a lot of their cooldowns against the squishies from Chase Esports, they can still turn this game around.
And this is still very possible. Anything can happen. Trace Esports recognize that as well. That's why they've been playing this so methodically and safely as well. They recognize that Weibo Gaming can still turn this fight around. Just one mistake coming from Trace Esports. Still, the push is incoming. Top lane inhib tower gonna get taken down. Bottom lane as well is being threatened. The cast is gonna be used here. Onto Wayboss. Still is gonna be protected by the hero's entrance. He gonna be in a lot of trouble this time around. All the inhibitor tower is gonna be taken down as well. As the top lane is being pushed as well. Lee Sao starting it up. Goes on the stasis. Still is gonna be walking away. The Nexus is exposed. It's taking too much damage. Raid Esports will just focus on it. Actually goes in for one more fight. As they want the blood here of Weibo Gaming. Will get the outplay as well. As Faye falls down, Fan will not get killed because the Nexus is already out.
Yeah, Trace Esports looked like they were going for a clean win, but instead they kept